Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard. So I was talking with Oscar this weekend, and he gave me an idea on setting up a training program. And we'll kind of go over. I actually recorded this video already. I'm recording it on my phone now. I was able to, use my camera, and then I uploaded it or transferred the file to my computer and figured out the editing process. Posted the new old video and with my intro, my homemade intro and everything. And as soon as I hit the play button on the video, it was just full of static, and I got pissed off. Son of a bitch. So this is a re-recording, but we're going to basically go over how I would set up a program if somebody wanted to become just a better athlete. And I'll try to go over it pretty quick so this isn't a super long video, but I will get out of the way. Today I'm drinking Pure Life water. So, and I'm just going to rep these out mindlessly until it starts to burn. So if you want to be an athlete, you need to be strong, explosive, and in shape. So I would, depending on the season, if you're in season, you want to kind of go easier on the weights. But let's go ahead, that's already starting to burn. We'll say off season. If you're an off season athlete, football player, whatever, oh, it burns. And your goal is to get bigger, stronger, and faster in the off season, I would set up a program that had a good warm-up, try to keep you mobile, almost like gymnastics. So some are my ideas and some are ideas that I've learned from other people. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you my influences as far as training goes. Number one would be Jim Wendler, Wendler. He is probably... He's a high school football coach now, but he's a former elite level power lifter. And he took a small farm town high school football team that was like 0-10 and turned them into juggernauts. And they just they beat people up. And I think it's the coolest thing ever. It's literally, it's a dream story, almost what you would hear in movies. They're not fancy. They're just strong and in shape. And so, like, a lot of what I'm saying is stuff that I learned from his ebooks, from his videos. So it's not really my idea. But this is an audience. I have an audience that might never see his videos. So anyway, if you want to learn more, I would go check out his videos. He's highly intelligent, and he knows what he's talking about. So, with that said, if you're setting up an off-season program to get bigger, stronger, and faster, the first thing you should never do is max out, ever. All of the weights that you move, whatever lifts you decide to pick that work for you, need to be fast, crisp, and powerful. You need to move explosively in what you're doing, so you can set up a program that starts with some type of weightlifting, bench press, squat, deadlift, whatever, military press. Start with that, move the weights explosively, and I would say never try to get into a rep range or a weight that makes you grind, because that's not your goal. You're not trying to be a power lifter. You're trying to be strong and explosive for athleticism. And then after you do the sets and reps for the main lift, pick a few exercises. I'd say 3 to 4 at most, probably 3 sets each, 12 to 20 reps, to round out the musculature that is supporting that lift. And then depending on how your week is, how much time you have, you can do some type of conditioning. Now you can do use plyometrics in your warm-ups if you want. He speaks on that. He has his kids, his high school kids, do gymnastics type movements, tumbling, jumping jacks, plyometrics, burpees, stuff like that in their warm-up. So they're getting the agility and athleticism training in that regard. And then they'll break it down basically into almost like circuit training. But they have a strength aspect to their circuit training. And I can go into much more detail, but he does he does a better job at explaining it. But I would definitely set up a strength aspect with a little bit of hypertrophy and some conditioning and plyometrics. That would probably be the best way to build a program for athletes. And I can't stress this enough, and he will say it as well. I'm basically just an echo chamber when it comes to him, or whatever it's called. Start light, progress slowly, and move fast and explosive through all your lifts. And that would be like the main core thought process around setting up a program for a, say, high school athlete, or even just a regular dude. If you're just wanting to feel stronger and in shape and explosive, I mean, that's the way I would set up a program. I need to start doing my conditioning and my plyometrics again. So far, I've just been focused solely on weight training and getting stronger. But I've managed to lose weight and stay strong for the most part while doing it. And haven't done any real conditioning or cardio in months. I started to do hill sprints, but quickly fell off whenever it became 1,000 degrees here in Texas. I mean, if I get enough response from this video, if people comment enough, if you want to know more about training, I have a lot of information, but my two biggest influences I've had in my training life is Jim Wendler. I would definitely check out his YouTube, really good stuff, and Paul Carter. Paul Carter is probably more on the bodybuilding side, but he also does conditioning and whatnot. So he's highly intelligent, very opinionated, and he's more on the scientific side of training. And then for bodybuilding, I just found him recently, probably in the last year, Mike Van Wyck. He's another bald-headed, bearded, tattoos. He's covered, like everywhere, covered in tattoos. His bodybuilding training videos are probably second to none. He's highly intelligent, and I've even learned some stuff from him recently. So if you want to know more about training, you can comment on this video. We can break down a whole training video. I'll even write a program for someone. I'll write a 4 to 6 week program and put in like just generic numbers. And I mean, any of you guys can follow it and use it to your advantage. I might even get on it. I should probably sit down, maybe after this tournament in 2.5 weeks, I will reevaluate my training and try to be on a more consistent. I'm consistent, but I don't have a specific training program I'm following right now. I'm just going to the gym, kind of working out, and then I'm pretty strict on what I do out here. Like I'm not even counting these reps. This is just extra. So there's the mailman. Oh, Bonnie. But anyway, so that would be my plan as far as helping an athlete get bigger, stronger, and faster for training. I mean, their training goes. Start with strength, round it out with muscular hypertrophy, and then fill in the gaps with plyometrics, gymnastics, and gymnastics type easy stuff, tumbling, whatnot, bear crawls, the beginner level gymnastic stuff. You really don't need to be more than that when you're just trying to be in shape and agile. And then conditioning, and I would opt for sprints, hill sprints probably over anything else. If I'd just pick one, it would be hill sprints. Anyway, this is probably information y'all don't care about, and oh well, I'm going to try to fill some time. We got to satisfy YouTube's and their algorithms and whatnot. I got to make content so they can put ads on it, otherwise they're going to demonetize me. So, anyway, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like always, drink some whiskey, train hard, be safe, don't drink and drive, take care, and we'll see you next time.